it's pretty much the same clock speed and everything. The only difference is that it has 2 gigs of RAM rather than just 1. And it's fucking massive. The thing, it's got 2 huge fans on the side. It's a beast. Yeah, it's funky as hell. It's like a weird power color, like Radeon 7 or other, yada yada. Long ass name. Right. Yeah, it should, but I don't know. Right. Oh, okay. That'd be fair. That would totally be fair. Yeah, it would definitely cut down on that for sure. And it should allow you to do, you know, like the actual stuff, like jumping into the whatnot, and do the hardware encoding and getting all that fun stuff going with your programs. Yeah. Right, absolutely. Yeah, it really did, honestly. Yeah, we have just been, I don't like, okay, so I've been on unemployment for almost 8 weeks now. Like, I think next week will be week 8. I have gotten no money, even though I've done everything right, only because when I originally signed up, I didn't have a car. So the computer was like, oh, because you don't have a car, you can't work full time because you don't have reliable transportation. So I have, yeah, I'm not making this shit up. So I proved it to them by uploading all my registration files and everything that I need to prove that I have a car to the state. And now I'm just waiting for someone to literally look at it and click OK in the computer. That's literally all I'm waiting for them to do. That's it. Like, I can take the bus. I have a bike. I have 8 other ways to get there. Why does it have to be a car? So fucking stupid. But that's the state for you. So that's where I'm stuck right now. I'm waiting for them to release my funds. I have over almost $2,000 worth of unemployment that's supposed to be coming to me right now, that I'm just waiting for some douchebag to click on it so to send to me. Like, it's pissing me off too, because every time I do my submission, it says, great, you did everything right, but you get 0 money. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how do I get 0 money if I did everything right? Yeah, super annoying. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping they release it this week. It's been almost 2 straight months of me waiting for them to release this money. So I don't know why it's taking them this long. This is absurd in my mind. Like, I don't get it. So anyway, okay, so I posted the link. I shared, I attached, I tagged you in it. So it should, we don't have any viewers yet, but oh well. I'm just gonna hit go, and we'll do the intro video here. There we go. I haven't pushed this computer yet since I switched to the M2 module, so we'll see how it does. Hello!
Well, let's see how it goes. Hopefully.
I know, so far everything's going great. I am Will, your host, and Andrew here next to me is the co-host and editor of the show. And we're doing something a little different this week, mainly because we haven't done a live update for our channel in, I think, 2 months almost. I think June was our last one. So yeah, we missed July completely, mainly because we've just both been getting hammered with different fun life circumstances. We probably should have changed our channel to, like, you know, what was that, Rickety Snicket's movie, Series of Unfortunate Events or whatever. Something like that is probably what we should have changed it to. Because, man, it feels like we've really been under fire. You guys have been just dominated by the tourism and just...
Oh, I'll tell you,
Oh, I don't even know how to phrase it. Like, it's so bad.
Well, I know how to phrase it. Living in a tourist town in the summer in northern Michigan, when everybody comes up here, we have so many festivals. We have so much going on. Every restaurant is slammed. And early on, working at this restaurant, and I'm going to say this because we're not monetized
Right.
and we don't have
We
to
don't have to worry
worry.
about
They would use the phrase "we're getting our dicks kicked in,"
it. Yes.
and it wasn't until the summer that I actually understood the meaning of that.
Oh my god.
And that's really what it feels like. Every day is absolutely insane.
Oh
I'm
man.
sure probably most of our viewers, they've seen the news story that has went nationwide. It went
I say there's
viral
a
on Reddit.
few.
It was on Newsweek, on CNN, NBC,
Right.
of one of the restaurants down here that shut down early due to customers treating the staff poorly.
Right.
And I mentioned that on one of our last videos, but last night I spoke to that general manager, the place I used to work,
Right.
and she gave 15 phone interviews to national level news organizations.
Jeez.
And what's great though is the level of support that she
Right.
got from everybody across
Sure.
the nation, from overseas,
Right.
saying finally someone is standing up for their employees and
Right.
saying we're not going to take this abuse anymore. It was like, more power to her, props to her.
Seriously.
And any of the negative comments were immediately shut down by anybody who's ever worked in this industry
Right.
and understands
Right.
we deal with a lot of crap at work, and that just happens.
Yeah, especially this time of year. It's like consistent flow of crap.
And I know everybody, I've been wanting to put out the next segment of my James Webb series, which
right,
I am
right.
still going
Part
to
two.
work on and do.
Right.
But I just haven't had the time, and the 1 or 2 days off that I have, I got to get everything else done.
Right.
And I have to actually rest because if you've worked in the kitchen, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
12 hours.
God, it sucks the life
14
out of you.
hours on your feet. It does. I wake up and my day off, it's like the last thing I want to do is spend 3 hours in front of the computer editing video.
Right.
I want to just do
yeah.
nothing.
It's not
So,
very much fun.
I'm still planning on it. They will be coming up, folks. I've got one. We're just going to go through all the images.
Right.
And the one after that, I'm going to talk about how the James Webb Telescope came into fruition,
Right.
how it was built, and how that decade of engineering and everything put together
Right.
made this a possibility. So they are coming up. I promise that. Just bear with us.
Right.
Will's got some great stuff
Yes.
in the pipeline too.
Yeah, I might be switching it up a little bit too. I might try some different takes. I know we've done a lot of video games and technology and science, which is great, but we haven't done much of like movie myths and things. So I might actually kind of skewer a little bit off there and just throw that out there and see how it does. Just to see with our channel, because we've never really done anything, even like a top 10 list of like amazingly most missed movies or stuff like that. So there's a lot of lists of things that I might be pumping out pretty soon here, mainly because they're fun videos and they're not super lengthy either. So they're fun for me to do, which I enjoy. So.
Oh yeah, and I know we brought my newly found brother on a few months ago. He's coming up to visit me for a week.
Oh, cool.
At the end of this month. So for that week, I'm going to be recording a bunch of footage. So I'm going to do like a montage video of my adventures with my brother.
Oh, yes.
And that's not really science-based,
Right.
but it is humanity-based.
Right.
And again, we cover every topic.
Might as well.
It's something very important to me.
Right.
It's very special to me. Jake, if you are watching this video, I love you. I can't
We
wait to
miss
see you
ya.
in a few weeks. And I know he's going to watch it because I'm going to share it on his page.
Right.
And so he will see it. It's going to be a fantastic week. I'm going to record all of our adventures up here in northern Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
We're going fishing. We're having a
You
bonfire.
guys should try some Randonautica
the
up there
island.
and see if you guys can find any hidden locations or anything that is
Or
interesting.
geocaching.
too.
It's just going to be a week off of work to recharge.
Right.
Spend it with my new baby brother, which is absolutely incredible.
So cool.
And yeah, so we're going to do that.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I I don't know. Your video still is gaining views.
I know. I'm stunned, and thank you.
Over what,
I think
six something? Have we reached 7,000?
we did. We just reached 7,000 on one video, which was fantastic. Thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. And again, if you haven't seen it, it's the Lake Mead and Lake Powell video. Give that one a check. It's extremely interesting. We also did the.
We'll put a link right
Yes,
there
we'll do a card over here somewhere to pop up later for you guys. And I'll also put the links in the description as always for you guys. But yes, that one it was a great video, and that was one that I had just been flipping through YouTube for days, and I'd seen other Lake Powell and Lake Mead videos, and I was like, you know what, this is a really important topic. I really need to talk about this, and I think more people need to know about it. And I guess I was right. At least 7,000 other people thought so. So that's impressive. And I mean, I really got to say thank you to everybody. Keep it up. We're doing our best over here. If you guys have other weird ideas, I did do the Ogallala Aquifer, which was based on a comment I got in the Lake Mead video. So from that comment, I spawned a whole other video. If you haven't seen that one, I can also post that in the link below as well. It's a great one. Millions of people running out of water. Big deal.
I do have a short that I'm going to be putting
Ooh,
out.
okay.
It's not going to be a full video. We'll probably put it in like the Facebook, what do they call them? Stories.
Yeah, the stories, yeah.
Instagram. Because right out here, one of the parts of the pier that I've talked about.
Yeah, okay.
The Army Corps of Engineers is dismantling it because it is unstable now. And today is the first day they're out there with their barges and construction equipment dismantling it.
That's
so
cool.
when we're done, I'm going to film a little bit over there.
Right. Yeah, please do.
That'll probably be one of my next ones. Not a full video.
But even just some of that time lapse would be super cool.
I'll put out a short randomly, and that'll be fun. So we got a lot coming for y'all.
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping to get out to the Gilmore Car Museum as well and get some of those historic cars filmed. They have a really lax attitude when it comes to filming, and I've shot 2 emails out to the Gilmore Car Museum's media director just to make sure I'm not going to be stepping on any toes by going out there and trying to do a film. And I have not heard anything. So apparently I have the go ahead to go out and do filming.
Oh, you're fine.
So,
you can take photos there.
Yeah.
My grandpa has actually, he probably shouldn't have, but he's stepped into some of the cars at the Gilmore Museum.
Yeah, you're not supposed to touch them or get into. There's a couple you can, but I mean, most you're not.
Well, my mom would be like, "Dad, you can't get in that car," and he'd say, "Oh, it's okay. This one was mine." It wasn't, but he did own. Like,
he had owned something
so
similar, I'm
from
sure.
The 30s on.
Yeah.
So he would. That's my grandpa for
That's
you.
awesome.
He would just joke, "Oh no, I own this one. You're good to go. They'll allow it." And, I mean, nobody's going to tell an 80-year-old that
Get out of the
get out of the car. They're just going to let him be. He's 92, I think.
Oh man,
now,
that's
still
awesome.
Kicking. Slowing down physically, but his mental wit
Still there. Still got it.
Still has it all.
That's awesome.
All right there. It's incredible.
That's great.
So, yeah, shout out to my grandpa Yeager.
Yeah.
My grandpa Warner. Richard Warner. He's an amazing guy.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Maybe we'll interview him someday for a video.
Right.
He could. I'll do a history of Kalamazoo.
Oh, there you go.
That'll be one of my next ones. Look for that coming up in the next few months, folks. Next time I get down to visit them.
Right. Now you just got a new phone. And I know you've been wanting to chat about this, because this has been a big one, which I think you're filming on right now, if somebody didn't notice the background. I don't have to really worry about my background so much here, because I purposely set my background every day. But Andrew is usually on location.
I'm at my normal spot out at Michigan Beach. I noticed when I first pulled up Skype today that the background is blurry, and apparently that's something the iPhone does.
Which is pretty cool.
I've been an Android guy for a decade, and I got my first iPhone, and honestly, I'm loving it. I never thought I'd have one, but I love it.
Now, I did own an iPhone. I
also had to get an Apple Watch because apparently my Samsung Generation 4 does not work.
It doesn't work.
So I sold.
They don't play nicely.
So I sold that to a coworker and bought an iPhone with that.
There you go.
I'm sorry, an Apple Watch with that, and I love the Apple Watch. Still playing around with it. Still trying to figure out the battery life. But the phone, Holy crap! The camera's gorgeous. It's so different than Android. I've used Macs my whole life.
Right. Yeah, you're definitely not used. They're
Never used an
different.
iPhone.
Compared to the software, you've had that down just because I feel like the Mac OS versus the iPhone OS is actually really similar in a lot of ways. Kind of like a Chromebook is to like an Android phone. They're
I
almost
think so.
identical. There's several differences, but for the most part. Hello, Evie.
But
Thank you.
but also even using oh, Evie's on, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Evie. Also using Android, I mean, that was all touchscreen, so
Right.
you knew what to do. When you're using a keyboard and a mouse on a Mac, it isn't the same tactile feel.
That's true.
for an
I didn't think
iPhone.
about it like that. Yeah.
So I was used to different motions or where to do things on an Android phone. And today, even when I was trying to transfer memes over from my old phone to this one
Right.
so we could share them, which we will in a moment,
Right.
I'd go to my old phone and I'd already, after a week, try to use the motions on an iPhone and like, oh, wait, this is Android. I have to switch gears in my brain.
Right.
But either way, I'm loving it. It's a fantastic phone. It's
and this actually
very
reminds me
powerful.
back in the day when they came out with the 4 series, the 5 series, they had the very rigid bezel around the outside, and they a few extra buttons. I think they've actually kind of condensed those down and made it look a lot more sleek, I think. But it actually reminds me when I had an iPhone. I swear I only had that thing for like 3 or 6 months or something. I didn't like it, and I ended up switching very quickly. I think to something actually worse at the time, which was like the 3D Evo or something. It was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was really slow compared to my iPhone, but it was kind of a trade off there. Now I feel like I don't know if I could ever get away from my Samsung. I'm so used to that ecosystem. I think it would just be a struggle for me to get used to even like a Google Pixel, which is pretty much the exact same thing. I think I would really struggle with
Well,
that.
even the Pixel, it's a slightly different operating system.
Right.
So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Oh, you resized a little
Also,
there,
if
but
I
I
move
fixed
in
it.
and out of frame, I'm sorry, folks. I don't have a tripod that fits this yet, so I'm trying to
Trying to make it
get
stand
myself
up.
all sorted. Oh, yeah.
It's the one thing it doesn't
But
do.
you got some memes, though, right?
We do. We have some very cool memes. You have. Let me make sure I got my photos all taken care of here. So I only had one this week, but you had a couple that were really hilarious. Let me make sure I got these in the right screen set up here.
One of them, the younger kids are probably not going to understand.
Yeah, the first one here is your the Cowboy Bebop or something.
Yep. So the younger people, they'll obviously know the anime Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. But if you're not a cool kid, you probably don't remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
No.
and
Oh.
Shredder's sidekick.
Right.
Not
Right.
Shredder, Krang, his sidekick. Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yep.
So that's Bebop, obviously, and he's got a hat, so he's a Cowboy Bebop.
Bebop. I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's because it looks so old and faded, like something you'd see at like Cedar Point, like on a wall somewhere, like in their western town or something. Like, whoops, we didn't mean to put that there, but it's just funny, so we'll leave it. Like it's accidental, but so funny. Heroes in a half shell. Yes, you are correct.
Turtle power.
Okay, now your next one here is also a classic. This one's you might need a little explaining as well. Not too terribly bad, but it shows the Death Star exploding, and then you got Luke Skywalker's kind of face as he's flying away. I imagine in the TIE fighter here, and then you get this.
Well, Luke is in the X-wing.
X-wing. Sorry, I'm sorry. I always say that wrong too.
Come on,
Get it right,
get
Will.
Star Wars right.
Oh man.
But that time, honestly, during our big festival up here, Venetian, when I got home, I decided, just to give me some sense of sanity, I was going to rewatch the entire trilogy of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, geez, that's like a
The
8-hour day.
extended
Oh,
version.
God.
So every movie's over 4
Oh,
hours.
no.
Probably. I watched them all throughout the week, and
Oh,
I'm just starting the Desolation of Smaug from the Hobbit trilogy now. So I'm watching them
that one's
all.
really good.
I even downloaded the entire um, the Fellowship of the Ring
Oh,
audiobook,
wow. Oh, wow.
and I'm listening to that. That's 20 hours of a book.
Oh. That's too
When I
much.
saw this one, I loved it. I like you. Everybody knows that scene of Legolas and oh God, what's the
Um,
and the the dwarf.
I know who you're thinking of, but I can't think of his name. I'd have to,
How do I forget
I
this?
know, right?
Legolas and oh, Google it, because I'm gonna hate myself. Gimli.
Thank you.
Gimli,
Yeah, I was
Gimli.
just getting there.
But they're competing for how many kills they get during the
Yes,
battle.
yes.
And,
This only
he
counts
knocks
as one.
down the ladder, and he goes, "That still only counts as one." And tying that in with Star Wars, that was one of my favorite ones. It was perfect.
Pretty classic, pretty funny.
Did I send you just two, or did I have one more?
You do. You have one more here, and this one was
That's right.
the kids and their phones. It says, "You got games on your phone?"
And the guy pepper sprays him.
Yes.
Because we all have
my
had
gosh.
that, like, 5 or 6 year old.
You know, we had games on our calculators before we had games on our phone.
Well, I'm saying every kid that you're around asks if you have games on your phone.
Right.
Because they want to play.
That's what they want to
games
play.
on your phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, no, that's my phone.
Right.
Don't play games on my phone.
No.
Because it's my phone.
Right, and I see my games that I used to play on my phone. I don't really play games too much on my phone anymore. Not that it's bad for it. It's just that I hate using the touchscreen to play. I want a controller. I hate that interface. I don't like it. I played Call of Duty and a bunch of other random games on there, and it's not bad. You can play those games with touchscreen. It's not impossible. But wow, it's hard. You really got to have that muscle memory of feeling the screen and knowing where to tap, or you're going to get it wrong. And it's such a pain in the butt. So I just ended up getting rid of the games. But my games were, I couldn't let someone else play it, or they'd screw up all my scores and my saves and stuff. So it was like, don't touch my games. Like, we'll beat you up.
It's also just like, don't touch my phone. Come on.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The kids,
When people used to type words on their calculators, yeah, that's what everybody did in middle school. That was a big one, yeah. Yeah.
well, these days, and honestly, coming from seeing people in the restaurants, all these families come in and the kids are just glued to their
Yeah.
phones, glued to their iPads. It's like, yeah, I'm glued to mine all the time too, but if I'm out to have a dinner
Right.
or doing something with my family, my phone is face down and away from me so I don't have to look at it.
Right, right. Oh, I love it.
But I also allow that because you know what? It keeps the kids quiet.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, if that's going to shut them up,
Then why
I'll be
not?
having dinner.
Why not?
Yeah. When you've been in the industry, you hate it, but you love it at the same
Yeah,
time. It's a weird dichotomy.
It is very much a double-edged sword there, yeah. Yeah. Now, my one that I have for you guys here is very short and simple, and it just says, "And then God said, 'Who's a good boy?'" And it shows a picture of this light beam just coming down over this beautiful golden retriever sitting in this kind of goldy field, you know, and there's like this forest in the background. I love this one. I don't know why. I just died laughing. So the dog looks so unrealistically happy to be in this picture too. And there's just that one little sunbeam is just, oh, you can hear the music and everything, you know. I love that. I don't know. It's just so funny to me. But yeah. Classic, easy. Hopefully you guys like that one. I was trying to find something that's just random and totally out there. Now you did have one other topic for us today. Now, a couple actually. We had
A few. Yeah, we don't have video. I didn't find a link for it. we did have the first SpaceX mission
Right.
to the moon,
Right.
which is a big deal. Um, it was basically like a lunar observation satellite,
Yeah.
but they've never launched a rocket before this, except for the Falcon Heavy test launch when they launched
Right.
the
Yeah.
Tesla Roadster
Yep.
into an orbit around the sun and Mars.
Right.
But this was a specific mission for one of their partners to launch a satellite into lunar orbit. And they nailed it.
Nice.
So that's our first step towards finally getting SpaceX missions to the moon.
Right.
And the next one obviously is going to be Starship,
Yeah.
which they are working on. They've installed, I think, he said 13 of the engines onto the next booster. They're doing some testing. We'll see it coming this year, I'm sure, probably within a month or two.
Okay.
They're getting very close. And within a month, we are also very close to NASA's Artemis moon mission, the test flight of their Ryan capsule, which is on the European Space Agency's, they call it just the Space Launch System, SLS.
Right.
And that's going to be, that's been probably like James Webb, 10 years in development.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
And people have had some things to say about that, because like it's taken NASA this long to get that close, but SpaceX has been doing so much. And it mainly comes down to funding at that point.
Right.
NASA's budget is honestly tiny, even compared to what SpaceX has.
Right.
But I love to see every single project come to this point.
Yeah, they've got a lot of people
we're
working on this. This has definitely been something they've been working on. They're kind of keeping it quiet for a while, but not too terribly quiet, you know. Like, so, and I think we're finally getting to see the end results of some of these big things finally coming out, you know, which is awesome.
It's had its up and downs. It's had a lot of trouble, a lot of budget problems, a lot of technological problems. But hey, you know, we're still doing it. We're getting there. And I mean, you can't not be excited for a moon mission.
Right. It is just really cool. I mean, it's definitely something. I feel like it needs to happen. I feel like everybody's been kind of poking around at the moon, even like China, and them have been like, let's do something with the moon. So I think it's finally time that we got up there and we're like, yeah, no, we're here. Like,
yeah, we're here.
So.
Let's do it. Anybody, if you haven't watched it, one of my recommendations, I just found, what was it? For the Good of Mankind, I believe it's called. It's a TV show.
That sounds really familiar.
TV.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's on Apple TV Plus or whatever. Obviously, now that I have an iPhone, I got 3 months free.
Right.
So I started watching it. I've been wanting to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an alternate history, as is what happened if Soviet Russia made it to the moon before us.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it follows that story arc. And I'm like 2 or 3 episodes in. I just started the 3rd one last night. It really...
Well, it sounds interesting.
The quality, production quality is great. CGI quality is great.
Right.
The storyline is fantastic. They did a fantastic job. And so if you haven't checked that out,
right,
definitely go and watch it. It's on Apple TV. Like I said, I think it's For the Good of Mankind or something like that.
Yep.
I should remember, but I don't.
No, I'm pretty sure you had that right. Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, I remember flipping through that and thinking, oh my god, that looks interesting. You know, like that's such a weird way of spinning up. But it's not the first time we've seen stuff like that. There's been some video game atmospheres that they've also kind of had that where it was like futuristic, but only if they had won the World War or whatever instead of us, and how the world would look different. And so that's always scary and interesting.
Oh, definitely.
Like some Wolfenstein stuff.
Yeah,
oh, yes. I think we had one other topic here, which was about the fusion reactor out in California, which had a huge breakthrough. And
oh, yeah.
this is something we...
Now, It's not solving the energy crisis.
No, not even close.
But it's a massive breakthrough because every other um, endeavor into this, when you have a fusion reactor, your goal is to get more energy out of it
Than what you're putting in. Right.
And fusion can solve, like, that's what the sun
Right.
is. It's a giant fusion
Right.
reactor. So if you have the power, you can. It's basically unlimited clean energy.
Exactly.
And they've gotten to the point finally where they have a self-sustaining fusion reactor.
Right.
That means that you don't have to keep pumping energy into this chamber in order to get more energy out. It sits on its own. Now, if they can crank it up a little bit, if they can figure out how to,
Right.
then we have a self-sustaining nuclear reaction in an electromagnetic chamber.
Right.
And you wrap some pipes with water around it, you heat that water, you create steam, you have electricity.
Yep.
That's it.
It's pretty simple. There's other ways you can get electricity out of it. That's the most direct way to do it. And yeah, that definitely is what they're proposing here, and it was successful in that they were the first to achieve really a full ignition state, which means that the plasma got to the correct temperature and was able to fully fuse down to the next available atom, expelling energy, which is really key. If you can't get to that temperature compression, then there's really no point in trying. Like, that's the whole point in what the sun is doing.
You need enough, you need enough density of that material in, and the problem is, at those temperatures, it's going to melt any material
everything
that we have. So you have to have a vessel that is in a complete vacuum,
right.
So there's no air for that temperature, for that heat to dissipate into.
Exactly.
But in order to do that, you have to have massive electromagnetic fields,
right, to kind of push it all together.
That supercharged plasma in the center.
Yeah.
Or in a ring like the tokamak.
Yeah, the tokamak. That's another one that they're expecting breakthroughs.
That was one of the earliest designs.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was one of the Russian designs. But they're getting to that point.
Yeah.
And it's all about self-sustaining. You need it to be able to, like, that reaction starts and it goes through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the sun is. It burns for billions of years.
Right. It just keeps compressing down and down and down until it can't anymore.
And burning
yeah.
I mean, it's a giant ball of plasma. But we're getting closer. Like, this is a massive breakthrough. It's nowhere near the point of, hey, we've solved the energy crisis.
No, not even close.
But it's the start.
It's a very good start. And this is a huge leap. I mean, I thought it would be another 10 years before we were hearing about, full ignition states in fusion reactors, because they've had so many big breakthroughs recently, but nothing anywhere near to this extent. So I'm really, really happy to hear this, and that it was in one of the United States reactors is even more impressive, because they're again very still experimental stages going on here. There's a lot of testing, a lot of theories being put to test, and hopefully things go well. And so far they've gone really well. So I hope things continue to go well for them. And I think we'll have fusion probably within the next 20 to 30 years as a reliable fuel source for cities and towns and states, if not whole countries, powered by easily one or two fusion machines. It really wouldn't take much more than that. So definitely something in the possible.
One of them could run half of the Eastern
right, which is amazing.
So.
It just blows my mind.
By the way, everybody, I apologize if there's a bit of wind right now, but for the end of our show, I figured while I'm here, I'm riding down through Michigan Beach, and up on soon with taking down the pier. I'm going to ride through and show you here just one second. I'm going to flip my camera. Will, let me know if this works.
Yeah, go ahead and change here. Yeah. It's actually pretty blurry still for some reason.
I have to...
Oh, there we go. Now it looks much better. Unfortunately, the service
So
is
if you can all still hear me.
a little bad, so it's going to resize that window. It's just going to keep changing based on the quality of the video here. Hopefully it...
But this is where I film. This is Michigan Beach, and you can see the equipment over there. I'm going to ride over to that right now.
Sorry, I'm trying to make his window bigger here.
It might resize. I apologize, everybody, but
yeah, I tried to lock you in place, but it won't let me for some reason. I don't know why.
well, in the words of the great, well, not so great Bill O'Reilly, F it, we'll do it live. So that's what we're doing. We're doing it live.
Oh, yes.
I'm just riding.
I actually thought about trying to be on location today myself, because I have really good 5G where I'm at, so I easily could have been at a park, but it's just a little too busy outside. I think there's a little too much going on. Let me see if I can make your
well, there you can see
bigger.
That's one of our charter. That's one of our charters over there. That's
nice.
Right
okay,
there.
I see it.
We're actually our company. We're doing a team. We're taking a day off from work.
Nice.
And we're gonna get
that'll be fun.
one of those and then have a party. But that is one of the tugs from the Army Corps of Engineers, and they are dismantling this part right here.
Yes.
The pier. It's been too damaged. It's not reliable or safe for anybody anymore. So they're taking it down. People will still be able to walk around the other side and visit the lighthouse out there, but they're getting some work started. And I'll try to do a video if I can get enough in a week to dismantle it all. So I'm hoping to try to get some footage over the week, maybe some time lapse. But that's what's happening over here. It's a crazy, interesting summer up in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, as it is always, and that is awesome. Grand Rapids is gearing up for Art Prize. In fact, I've seen a few new art pieces starting to pop up on sides of buildings and stuff. And I'm hoping to do a live walkthrough with everybody because I have a bike and everything. And I got my new camera, so I should be able to literally just kind of bike through the city and try to get as many views as I can. So I'm hoping to do that with you guys this year. That's coming up in a couple of weeks, usually the end of August, early September. So look for that video to come out because I'll do one of those every year.
You did an Art Prize video last year.
I did, yeah, because they took 2 years off and then they came right back and they're doing it again this year as well, mainly because of the COVID lockdown they had to stop. But they did do one last year and I think this year is going to be even better. So I'm excited. Yes.
No, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up on the channel. Like I said, Will's got all of his in the pipeline. I've got a few once I actually have some time.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you all for sticking with us.
We really appreciate you.
For, what, a year and a half?
Yeah, we're actually over the 2-year mark. This August hit our 2 years, so happy birthday to Cookies Enabled. Officially 2 years old now. And we're doing great. We've officially hit 10,000, or I'm sorry, 1,000 hours viewed, I think. Or I think we're over that. I can't remember. I know we're at over the 10,000 viewers mark for our whole lifetime, which is fantastic. So thank you all. And again, just keep sharing, liking, subscribing, clicking like on everything. We really appreciate it. It really helps out our algorithm and our statistics for Google. And hopefully we can keep climbing the ladder. That's the whole point.
Oh, definitely.
But definitely let us know what you guys think of anything we talked about today. The iPhone 13, the Apple Watch 7, fusion reactors, the pier, anything like that. Let us know. Drop it in the comments below. Thank you, Evie, for the happy birthday Cookies Enabled. We appreciate it. And we don't feel too, but, we'll take it. But anyway,
I honestly can't believe it's been that long.
It really doesn't seem like it.
And just so you all know, it all started when one of Will's friends said, "You have a great voice for radio or a podcast or something,
right.
or a YouTube channel." And I replied to his Facebook post and said, "Hey, if you want to do it, I'll edit the videos."
Right.
And then we just kind of
why
did
not?
it.
Right. Why not?
2 years later, here we are.
Yep.
We're still small. We're not one of the massive ones, you know. We're
not big yet. But that's okay.
We're not Good Mythical Morning.
But we're also not
but
trying to
we have
sell
fun
anything,
doing it.
thankfully.
No, not yet. Not until we have sponsors. Then,
Right. Then it'll be a little different. We'll see. We'll definitely
this
see.
show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah, something like
if
that.
If they want to give us money, then
I'll think about it.
Give us money. I'm okay with that.
Right. I'm not gonna say no.
Not at all. But we couldn't have done it without everybody that watches us.
Seriously.
Has brought it up, and I don't know. It might be around in a year. It might not. We don't know yet. But we're just doing it because we have fun and we have time to do it, and we're putting something out, something positive out into the world.
Right, we're just trying to
that's what we need
just make a difference for the better, and we hope you guys all feel the same way. Again, if you have a topic you want us to hit on, throw it in the comment section below, or drop us an email at thecookiesEnabled01@gmail.com. We're also on, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, like all of them. I think except for TikTok is the only thing I'm still kind of struggling to get us onto. And that's just because, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll do a TikTok and get on there. But, you know.
We'll do a TikTok. We'll be one of the, we'll get up with the, well, you know, we'll be one of those kids.
Yeah.
Kids these days with their TikToks.
Kids these days.
Face stories. And,
face stories. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. All that fun stuff.
Look, I don't know what they're called.
But thank you all for tuning in. I'm Will again, your host, and Andrew is our editor and co-host. And we will see you all next week. Have a great one, and we will look for your comments and emails, and hope you guys have a great week. See you all next time. Take it easy, everybody.
Peace.
Sweet. Yeah, it was just over 40 minutes. Not bad at all. Not bad. That was actually pretty good. And we crammed a lot in too, so that was pretty good. I tried to get as many like images and videos of like little things and stuff, but nothing that'd be like a copyright infringement or anything like that. In fact, I got GIFs. Yeah, I know. I even found GIFs of